In a kingdom far, far away, nestled among shimmering lakes and verdant hills, lived King Alden with his 12 beloved children, 11 handsome princes and their kind, wise sister, Princess Elara. For years their lives were filled with laughter and joy, but shadows began to creep into the castle when the king, after the queen's passing, remarried. His new wife was not a queen, but a cruel witch, her heart as cold as the winter stone of the castle walls. Jealous of the king's love for his children, the witch devised a wicked plan. One fateful morning, with a flick of her wrist and a whispered incantation, she cast a dreadful curse upon the 11 princes. Before Elara's horrified eyes, her brothers transformed, their human forms melting away into magnificent white swans. With a sorrowful cry, they took to the sky, forced to fly away from the only home they had ever known. Not content with this cruelty, the witch banished Princess Elara, casting her out into the wilderness, alone and heartbroken. Exiled and grieving, Elara wandered through dark, enchanted forests and alongside mystical, whispering rivers. The world was vast and frightening, but the love for her brothers burned brighter than any fear. It was this unwavering love that guided her steps. One evening, as twilight painted the sky in hues of purple and gold, a gentle light appeared before her. It was an ancient fairy, her eyes twinkling with age-old wisdom. The fairy saw the purity and strength in Elara's heart and decided to help her. To break the curse, the fairy explained in a voice like rustling leaves. You must weave 11 coats from the magical stinging nettles that grow in forgotten graveyards. But there is a condition. From the moment you begin your task until the last coat is finished, you must not speak a single word. If you do, your brothers will be lost forever. Elara nodded, her resolve hardening like steel. The pain of the nettles would be immense, and the silence a heavy burden, but no sacrifice was too great to save her family, so Elara began her silent, painful work. She gathered the stinging nettles with her bare hands, which blistered and burned with every touch. Day and night she sat in solitude, her fingers tirelessly spinning the painful fibers into thread and weaving them into cloth. Wild beasts stalked the forests, and treacherous spirits tested her courage, but she remained steadfast. Her silence was her shield, her love her armor. Along her journey, she found unlikely Eliza kind woodsmen who offered her shelter and forest creatures who brought her berries to eat, all sensing the quiet nobility of her quest. Word of the silent, beautiful girl in the woods eventually reached a young king who ruled a nearby kingdom. Intrigued and captivated by her grace and mysterious sorrow, he found her and, despite her silence, fell deeply in love. He brought her to his castle, offering her comfort and safety. But even in the luxury of the court, Elara never ceased her work, her fingers flying over the nettle coats. Her strange task, however, drew suspicion. The king's own archbishop, a man with a dark heart, accused her of witchcraft, pointing to her silence and secret weaving as proof of evil. The accusations grew, and Ilara, bound by her vow of silence, could not defend herself. She was declared a witch and sentenced to be burned at the stake. As she was led to her fate, she clutched the nearly finished coats. She had completed 10, and the 11th was almost done, missing only one sleeve. Just as the pyre was about to be lit, a great rush of wings filled the sky. 11 magnificent swans descended from the heavens, circling above the terrified crowd. This was her last chance. With desperate speed, Ilara threw the nettle coats over her swan brothers. In a flash of magical light, 10 of the swans transformed back into handsome princes. The 11th brother, who received the unfinished coat, was also restored, but his left arm remained a swan's wing. The spell was broken. Ilara, finally free to speak, cried out their story, revealing the wicked stepmother's curse and her own silent sacrifice. Her brothers rushed to her side, and the young king, realizing the truth and the depth of her love and courage, embraced her. Together, the reunited family returned to their home kingdom. They exposed the evil witch, whose dark magic was no match for the power of their familial bond. She was banished from the land forever, her reign of terror finally over. King Alden wept with joy, embracing the children he thought he had lost. The kingdom celebrated the return of its princes and hailed Princess Ilara as their hero. Her tale of love, sacrifice, and unwavering hope became a legend, a timeless story brought to life to enchant and inspire us all. Thank you so much for watching this magical journey unfold. If you enjoyed this story, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more enchanting fairy tales. We'll see you in the next video.